People are always surprised when I tell them that I turn 50 next year, which is of course a nice reaction to get. As our faces change as we get older, we can still look healthy and fresh. I split this video into two parts, a quick skincare intro in the beginning, followed by my nighttime routine and then my morning routine. This is a 3 to 5 step skincare routine. 3 steps for those of you who want to keep it super simple, and 5 steps for those who want a bit more. And with each step, I will recommend some products, and I will always include a budget option as well. People get really fancy and elaborate with their skincare routine these days. You could add, a lot more steps if you wanted to, but I don't like to spend too much time getting ready in the morning, and I'm even lazier at night. So I like to keep my skincare routine quick and easy, but still it is a very effective way to keep your skin nourished and protected. Starting in your early 20s, collagen drops 1% per year. Just doesn't seem right, does it? But as our faces change as we get older, we can still look healthy and fresh and maybe help slow down the visible signs of aging. There's a reason why I want to do the nighttime routine first. You'll find out in a bit. But you could, if you wanted to, keep it super simple and low cost and make morning and night the same. Just skip the sunscreen at night, obviously. But if you're down to add a couple of extra bells and whistles to your skincare routine, keep watching all the way till the end. And maybe like and subscribe if you haven't yet. As we age, especially once we are past 40, a few things happen to our skin, unfortunately. First, it produces less oil than it used to, which means our skin becomes a bit drier, which has been my experience for sure, especially here on my forehead, under my hairline, and around the eyebrows, right? I get pretty dry. Our skin might also become more sensitive to cleansers and skincare products in general, and skin irritation can suddenly become an issue even if it was never before, right? Speaking of irritation and dry skin, if you are one of those people who also use your body soap or shower gel on your face, stop it, please. They're way too stripping and will dry out your skin. And most of them also have a lot of unnecessary fragrance and dyes in them, and they can cause irritation in your face. The other horrible, very unfortunate thing that happens as we age is that we lose some elasticity in our skin as collagen and elastin drop significantly. But just so you know, by the time we're in our 40s, this has been happening for a long time. Starting in your early 20s, collagen drops 1% per year. Just doesn't seem right, does it? Awful. But it is what it is. And this means not only wrinkles, but also dull and tired looking skin, because as we get older, our skin cells turn over a lot more slowly. Another thing that you might notice now is an uneven skin tone due to accumulated sun damage. That is why sunscreen is so important, especially as we get older. But that doesn't mean that your skin routine has to be complicated and time-consuming, because there are a lot of great moisturizers out there which already have an SPF in them. So no worries. You can still have a quick and easy and affordable skincare routine, but at the same time, take care of your skin and not damage it even more, right? Also, the levels of antioxidants in our skin are dropping rapidly, because dry skin and loss of elasticity aren't bad enough, right? So vitamin C and vitamin E mostly, and they're supposed to protect our skin from free radical damage. So that's not good, right? Our skin now becomes more vulnerable to stressors from our environment, pollution, UV rays, and a good moisturizer with antioxidants and then a good sunscreen are now even more important than ever. And if you haven't been using sunscreen, go ahead and start now. Better late than never. All right, here is my 5-step skincare routine for you, with 2 steps that you can skip to keep it super simple and super affordable. And with each step, I will recommend some products, and I will always include a budget option as well. Let's go. Good evening. So this is my nighttime routine. Routine sounds too serious, boring, and long because it's basically just 4 things and they don't take more than a couple of minutes. Step 1, wash your face. Nighttime is actually the more important time to wash your face. Our skin accumulates dirt, oil, sweat, and environmental pollutants throughout the day. And if we don't wash them away, they can clog our pores, leading to acne, blackheads, and other skin issues that we do not want. So let's talk face wash. What cleanser should you use? In the past, I've used a foaming cleanser that I liked a lot, but my skin needs something less stripping now. If I use the same cleanser that I did now, my skin would end up feeling very dry. And I use a much gentler cleanser now that doesn't dry out my skin as much, and there are a ton of good ones out there. Currently, I use the hydrating facial cleanser from CeraVe, and I think it's great. It's very affordable. It has 3 ceramides in it, as well as hyaluronic acid, and doesn't have any unnecessary fragrance, doesn't dry out my skin, and one of these lasts me a long time. It's under 20 bucks. Which is a great price. I actually carry a small bottle of this cleanser with me all the time because my hands they just get really, really dry. I used to bartend for many years, and I guess touching all that ice and citrus fruits, and yeah, my hands are permanently problematic. So yeah, I use this and I wash my hands when I'm on the road. It makes a huge difference. My hands have become a lot less dry. So yeah, I love this cleanser, and I also use it as hand soap. Another great product would be the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser. It's a company that's been around since 1851, and it's a widely loved cleanser that doesn't dry the skin and also doesn't have any fragrance or unnecessary additives. And if you want something a bit more manly, the Brickell Men's Redefining Anti-Aging Face Wash is awesome. It does have a bit of fragrance, but it's really subtle and masculine, quite nice. And here's what each of them cost per ounce. I have the links to all of these products down below. And by the way, none of these companies are sponsoring this video. I just really like these products. Step 2. This step is not essential. So again, feel free to skip this one for the sake of time and affordability. It is a retinol serum. By the way, I just released some new t-shirts in my store that have some inspiring anti-aging messages, like this one, Living Fully, Aging Slowly, but there's some really goofy ones as well. Check that out right here or in the link in the description box, and there's some other stuff in there as well if you're looking for a gift for someone. The t-shirts are pretty fitted, so I always go a size up. This is a size large, and the arms are pretty, it's nice and snug, but it's not tight. Also, when you wash and dry it a bunch of times, it's not really getting too snug anytime soon. So yeah, check out my new t-shirts and the other stuff in my store. Retinol is amazing in promoting skin cell turnover. It stimulates collagen production and improves skin texture. Retinol is a derivative of vitamin A, and it speeds up the skin's natural cell turnover process. This means it helps shed dead skin cells and encourages the growth of new and healthy ones. And at night, when your body goes into repair mode, right? This is when retinol works more effectively to promote fresh, rejuvenated skin. You would not want to use retinol in the morning since it makes the skin very sensitive to UV rays and pollution. The retinol serum that I'm using right now is the Resurfacing Retinol Serum by CeraVe. It is a great product with tons of positive reviews, and it doesn't dry out my skin like other harsher retinol serums. And it's very affordable. So you've just washed your face, you patted it dry, and you're using just a little amount of retinol, and you're applying it over your skin, and you're patting it in a bit, like this. Other great products are the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Serum. A bit more pricey, but super effective. And also the Paula's Choice Clinical 1% Retinol Treatment Cream with peptides, vitamin C, and licorice extract. All of these are phenomenal. Just pick the one that suits you and your wallet the best. Step 3 is essential, and that is, of course, applying a moisturizer. You could either use the same moisturizer you use in the morning, unless you're using one with SPF already in it, right? Or you could use a richer, more nourishing cream like this one. I currently use the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. It has really clean ingredients, no fragrance, and it really helps with my dry skin. I wake up and my skin feels great. And if you want to splurge a little bit, I would recommend the Elta MD PM Restore Moisturizer, which is a phenomenal product. It's definitely a bit pricier, but not crazy expensive. I think it's 44 bucks on Amazon right now. The Brickle Revitalizing Anti-Aging Cream for Men is also a very good nighttime moisturizer. I like to switch it up from time to time, and yeah, I'll probably go back to one of these other ones at some point. Just use about a pea-sized amount and apply it to your face. Step 4 is also skippable, but I love this one, and it's really made my dry skin a lot better. And that is applying a face oil. So at night, the skin tends to lose moisture as it repairs itself, and face oils help lock in hydration, creating a sort of a protective barrier that prevents water loss. And this is especially important for those with dry skin or dehydrated skin like me, as face oils help restore moisture levels and maintain a healthy skin barrier. And the face oils I'm recommending are packed with essential fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins like A, C, E, and other nourishing compounds that feed the skin with what it needs to repair itself. Right now, I'm using the 8 Saints High Society Botanical Face Oil. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's really good. A bit pricey at 40 bucks, but amazing. I use this every other night, so this tiny bottle actually lasts me a while. A more affordable but also super effective face oil would be the Mad Hippie Antioxidant Facial Oil, and all the links are in the description box below. Again, not sponsored. So after you've just put on your moisturizer, you then put a couple of drops of the oil in your palms and pat it into your skin like this. This whole nighttime routine shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, and you're good to go. To bed, I guess. So trust me, you will wake up with amazing soft skin that looks healthy and fresh. So now for the morning routine. Until not long ago, my first step was that I washed my face. I always did that with ice cold water, or as cold as it gets wherever you live. Cold water tightens the appearance of your skin, so it makes you look refreshed. It also helps boost your circulation, which can help give your skin a healthier appearance. I really hate cold showers, but I love washing my face with ice cold water. It gives you a nice dopamine rush and wakes you up really quickly. Paul Newman apparently submerged his head in cold water for 20 minutes every day while breathing through a snorkel. And that's how he was able to keep his great complexion. And he looked great even into his 70s. Unfortunately, like I said, I recently moved to Austin, Texas, and it is so hot here that the cold water does not really come out cold at all, even if you let it run for a while, which I don't like doing. But when I was living in Berlin and Vienna, that cold water out of the tap was just Arctic. But what we talked about earlier is the increasing dryness of our skin as we age. And that is something I've noticed, unfortunately, in the last couple of years, my forehead mostly. So if you're also experiencing skin dryness that comes with aging, you could skip the morning wash, which is what I do. And I now go straight to steps 2, 3, and 4 because our skin really hasn't gotten dirty at night. So either wash your face with the same cleanser we used at night, maybe use cold water to get that refreshing boost, or just go straight to step number 2, which you could also skip if you want to keep things super simple. But step 2 is using a serum. Now you could use a vitamin C serum, which is one of the most potent antioxidants for your skin. I currently use one and I definitely think it's making a difference. Vitamin C applied topically to the skin has been shown to improve collagen production. It also has a brightening effect and it can smoothen out wrinkles. So it has a lot of potential benefits. So you just wash your face, or not, but the important thing with vitamin C is that the skin is dry. So vitamin C is pretty fickle and mixed with water would not be that great. For vitamin C to be absorbed and used by our skin, it also needs ferulic acid and vitamin E. Pretty much the undisputed best vitamin C serum out there is the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic, but it is crazy expensive, at least in my opinion. It's all relative, right? $180 for 30 milliliters. Quite ridiculous. But people swear by it. A product which I think is just as good or close to it is the SkinCeuticals Korean Skincare 20% vitamin C, hyaluronic acid serum, and CE ferulic acid. I mean, they pretty much stole the name, right? The one is SkinCeuticals and this is SkinCeuticals. It's what I use at the moment and it's a fraction of the price. Also, the Brickle Men's Anti-Aging Hyaluronic Acid Serum for face is awesome. Links below. Step number 3 is using an eye cream. This is one of the areas where not only wrinkles show the most, but if we have dark circles here and our skin looks, dull, we just look tired and, well, not fresh. So I use an eye cream that has caffeine as one of the ingredients in it. I love coffee, and my eye should get some too. And it's awesome. So you've just put on the serum. Now you take a tiny amount for each eye and you tap it in with your ring finger like this. You don't want to hammer it in. Just go gentle, because the skin is much thinner than the rest of the face. The one I use right now is the CeraVe Skin Renewing Eye Cream, and I like it a lot. I've also used the following two, and I like them both a lot as well. The Brickle Restoring Eye Cream or Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. They are both phenomenal, but a bit more expensive. And here again are the price points. Step number 4, and this is one you do not want to skip, is applying a moisturizer. I have slowly switched to moisturizers that are more creamy and nourishing, skin dryness, age, blah, blah, blah. The one I use right now is the Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer. Again, without fragrance, which I like, and it has ceramides and hyaluronic acid in it. There's a very similar product by CeraVe. I just like this one a bit better. So we just applied the serum followed by the eye cream. And so now I use about this much and apply it to my skin. Hyaluronic acid can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water, making it an exceptional hydrator. And when applied to the skin, it helps draw moisture from the environment or deeper layers of the skin to the surface, keeping the skin hydrated throughout the day. So it's a really great ingredient to look for in your moisturizer. Now, I will actually apply moisturizer twice. It's kind of a trick I read about a couple of years ago, and it really works, I think. I've just put on some moisturizer, right? And I will usually just use this time to put on some deodorant or brush my teeth, or, whatever, put some product in my hair. Like I said, I like to be fast and efficient in the morning. And then I will apply a second coat of moisturizer. The eye cream has had a minute to soak in, right? Boom, second coat. It works wonders for my dry skin. Same amount again, but now we will include the eye area. Here are the moisturizers that I like. The Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer I already mentioned. It feels really nice on my skin and it's super affordable. Another great moisturizer is the Elta MD AM Restore Face Moisturizer. It's a little more expensive, but worth every penny, I think. Just very moisturizing, and still, it feels really light. It contains niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. And niacinamide is a form of vitamin B3, and it's an excellent ingredient in moisturizers because it boosts hydration and it helps improve the skin's natural barrier function by increasing the production of ceramides, which are lipids that keep the skin hydrated. Now on to step number 5, which is sunscreen. Now, you could skip this step if you use a moisturizer in step 4 that has an SPF already in it, and I will recommend a couple of those in just a bit. Here's the thing, we absolutely need sunscreen every day, especially now that we are in our 40s, to protect our skin from further damage. Did you know that only 10% of aging is natural aging and 90% is from sun damage? Crazy, but it's true. And even if you're not going outside, you are still getting UVA rays through window glass. Window glass only blocks UVB, and UVA is apparently what destroys the collagen in the deeper layers of the skin. So we should wear a broad spectrum sunscreen even if it's cloudy outside, and I guess even when we're staying inside. I wear sunscreen every day. And when we're outside for a while, make sure you reapply your sunscreen, ideally every 2 hours. I don't do that, but yeah, I guess we should. If you're spending all day in the sun, then reapply your sunscreen. Now, there are 2 types of sunscreen, right? Chemical sunscreens and mineral sunscreens. Chemical sunscreens absorb into the skin and work from within. They absorb the UV rays, convert the UV rays into heat, and release them from the body. It's kind of fascinating. Therefore, there's no white film because it sits inside the skin, which is also why some people don't like to use chemical sunscreen, because chemicals in your skin. Mineral, also called physical sunscreen, sits on the top of the skin as a protective layer, reflecting the sun rays away from the skin. But it leaves a bit of a white cast because it's a protective layer on top of the skin. There are some really good mineral sunscreens that barely leave any kind of white cast, and many people prefer them because you're not putting any chemicals into your skin. My favorite sunscreen at the moment is the EltaMD UV Clear Face Sunscreen SPF 46. This sunscreen is amazing, and it is actually a combination of mineral and chemical sunscreen. So it goes on super smooth and doesn't leave a white film on your skin. Unfortunately, it's a bit pricey, but for me, it's worth it. The consistency is also really creamy, and I feel like a small, tiny amount goes over the whole face. I just find using a lot less with this one than I did before with other sunscreens. Another great sunscreen that is more affordable is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Moisturizing Face Serum with vitamin E and SPF 60. This is a great chemical sunscreen, but if you want to simplify and combine the last two steps and use just one product, meaning a moisturizer that already has an SPF in it, then I would recommend the Vanicream Facial Moisturizer with Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It's a mineral sunscreen, I've used it, and it's really good. I also really like the La Roche-Posay Tolerian Double Repair Face Moisturizer with SPF 30. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's, again, a chemical sunscreen, and it really is an amazing moisturizer with SPF in it. And that's it for my morning routine. Another thing that you could consider doing every once in a while, I do this once a week, is a peeling. Either a physical peeling, but most of those are too harsh and will actually cause tiny tears in your skin, which doesn't sound ideal. Or you could use a chemical peeling once or twice per week. There are a ton of great videos out there about that, so go check it out. And what I recently did, which makes a difference and also feels really good, is sleeping with a silk pillow. Now, silk is apparently much better for your skin and hair in terms of friction or whatever. I only got a silk pillow a few months ago and it feels so nice. It's very relaxing and they're not expensive. So that's also something you might want to check out. So that's it for my skincare routine video. I hope you found this video interesting and that you're going to use some of the tips to improve your skincare routine. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Take care.